Hey everybody, welcome to the Out the Trunk Pod with Jordan and Darius. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
And I'm Darius. That's Ease I Love Your Area on all socials.
And today we're going to be reviewing Stranger Than Fiction. It came out in 2006, starring Will Ferrell, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Dustin Hoffman, the legendary Queen Latifah, Emma Thompson, and Tony Hale. This movie is about a man named Harold Crick, who's an isolated IRS auditor governed by numbers and routines who begins hearing a narrator's voice chronicling his life. When the voice predicts his imminent death, Harold must find the author responsible for his story while learning to actually live the life he left before it ends. So I'm gonna toss it to you. Set up Act One.
Act one, the narrator in the head. Harold's rigid life is disrupted when he hears a woman's voice describing his every move. Panicked by the realization that he is a character in a tragedy, he seeks help from a literature professor. I just want to say shout out to original movies, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie like this before. It was truly an original concept, and
Hmm.
you don't see that very often, even though I think this movie's 20 years old. But you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Like they don't. It's hard to do original things. It's risky to do original things, and we should applaud people when they try. Um,
Agreed.
and Will Ferrell can act. So,
He can.
well, what you got for
I'd
Act
actually like
One?
to see him. Yeah, I was going to say that. You actually want to piggyback off your point. I think, uh, to me, the great test of a comedic actor is how good they are at drama. Because
Yeah,
comedy is actually harder than drama because you're supposed to feel something. You're supposed to do it having a specific reaction to a joke. You know what I mean? There's only one reaction you can have, and that's a laugh. And if you don't laugh, you didn't do your job as the comedian, entertainer, so on and so forth. So, it was great to see him in a dramatic role. I actually kind of wish he would do more of them because he was really, really good in this. Um, what was I gonna say? Uh, we actually. So I wanted to ask you: is this your first time seeing it? Have
yeah.
you seen this before?
I've never seen it before.
Okay, yeah. So we actually watched this in high school
Okay.
for a creative writing class. Kind of just they wanted us to understand perspectives and narration and different literary devices and stuff like that. So, and this movie does a really good job of showing those things.
Your teacher was probably just hungover and needed a break and put the movie
That's
on you.
also possible.
As an adult, as someone who's
Well, she was
dated a
an
few
older lady,
teachers,
but
I found out that movie day was often just they went out the
yeah,
night before.
yeah. That's funny.
Um, so little behind the curtains for those listening at home.
No, that's real
When
shit.
when the teacher put on Remember the Titans, was it Friday? Because it was a Thirsty Thursday the night before. So
Right.
that's usually what happened. If you heard a voice narrating your life right now, what genre of book would it be?
Oh God.
Pro- Probably should have pre-flighted that one. I didn't.
But
We
yeah,
had so
sure.
much else
It's
going on. We can come back to it. What else you got for
no,
Act
that's
One?
cool. I think right now what genre it would be uh like a coming of age drama.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'm into that.
Yeah, I'm
You got
kind of in
anything
a
else?
metamorphosis phase right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
What's the Pokemon? I was gonna sound like a really big dork and talk about Pokemon evolutions, but
We'll
butterflies
give you a
become
spoiler on
or
Friday at the
caterpillars
bar.
become butterflies. I won't tell you the actual Pokemon, but
Yeah.
so makes sense.
You're gonna
What
pretend
else
like
you
you don't
got for
know it.
Act One?
Got you.
What'd you say?
You're gonna pretend like you don't know the
Correct.
name of the
Yes,
Pokemon. Yeah.
100%. Uh,
Got you. Um, yeah, so I think what was I gonna say? I really like one thing I like about this movie is that it does show how easily you can just get caught up in like just being on autopilot in your life
yeah.
and kind of the things that can happen when you don't actively like make decisions and you just get caught in this routine. You're almost like a walking simulation. Because he very much again, like you said, I'm a character in my own life, but he wasn't even the main character. He was just like some side guy with like miscellaneous, you know what I mean? Like he's like that coworker that you see that you kind of forget is there some days.
Yeah, he's the people in the background of the coffee shop when like the main characters are like talking and they're just extras in
Right.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I feel like that where it's just like you get into this routine and you just do
Hmm.
you type for a living and go to the gym at the same time every day, go to work every day, cook every day, and you know
Yeah.
play video games and go to the same places on the weekends, and it can just feel a bit um repetitive, if you will. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess if I answer my own question back to me, what genre of book would it be? Like shit, Harold's. It's just I don't know what do you call the drama book that would never get made because it's nothing happens. It's like, not a lot going on, man. Just
Yeah, I
boring
think you call that
stability.
some of the movies we've reviewed.
Yeah, it's like a new one. Um,
Um,
what else you got for Act One?
okay, so I wanted to ask you, if you had someone narrating your life, like famous or
Yeah.
maybe just anybody, who would it be? And you can't say Morgan Freeman. Probably should have pre-plotted this actually, but
No, I mean, I would want it to be a woman,
yeah.
and let me go with Halle Berry. I
Okay.
just think I love her Twitter presence.
She does have
I
great commentary.
think she has the best pulse of the culture. I mean, for a 50 something year old woman, and
Yeah,
she blends the old with the new very well. And I
she
think that
does.
she would do a good job keeping the pace of my extraordinary, ordinary life. Which movie was that? Extraordinary, Ordinary Life. Oh, it was the one where
uh,
he could like go in the closet and reverse time. About Time. That's what it was called.
oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. Anyways, off topic. What else you got for Act One?
Um, so one of my favorite quotes in this movie, and it's so realistic, is where he's on the bus with Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, and he there's a narrative voiceover, and she goes, Harold quickly calculated the odds of making an ass of himself in ratio to the amount of times he stayed to chat. And I've been in that situation where I'm like, if I stay here any longer, will I say something stupid? And if I think I'm going to say something stupid, I just leave.
It's usually when I switch to water. Uh, it's usually a good time to do that when you feel like you're losing your ability to filter saying dumb things.
Yeah.
Usually a good time to put the beverage down and get up some water, order some
Yeah.
food, take a lap,
Yeah. Take a lap,
uh,
get some fresh air, phone a friend.
or just go home.
That too.
That's usually a sign when you as I'm dropping things when you're losing when you can feel that filter dropping and like
Yep.
that the things that you know would stay buried reach like right here. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
let me switch it up. So, want to
Yep.
head into Act Two, or you got anything else for Act One?
Yeah, so I do have a question for you. I guess you probably do have this then. Do you have a morning routine similar to
Yeah, for
the
sure.
intro?
Um, Wake up. I drink. So I wake up.
Drank.
I feed my cat right away, because he eats at 7 a.m. And then I have take my water jug and I have two
Mhm.
glasses of water, and then I go brush. Well, I have one glass of water, and then I turn on the air filters in my apartment. And I have my second
Okay.
glass of water, and I brush my teeth, and then I have my third glass of water. And after the third glass of water, I refill the water bottle, and then that's my fourth glass of water. That's the break between that, and I start the day with four glasses of water, and then I pour
Okay.
my coffee, and I have a banana, and I work. That's what I do every single morning. If I have to go into the office, I shower, um, in between the fourth glass of water and before I pour the coffee. But my bag is already packed the night before for
Got you.
work. So I can just like literally out the shower and I've already had my clothes picked out, down to like t-shirts, drawers, and socks. Like they're already out for the office tomorrow.
Okay.
Um, and so from the moment I get out of bed at 7, I am in my cubicle working by 7:35. Um,
Got you.
and so maybe I get out of bed at like 6:50, just depending. But that is the most obvious answer to your question ever is yes, I do have a routine. That is the gist of it. Down to that's if I go into the office, the banana's at the office. If I don't go into the office, the banana's right when I get the coffee. So I
Got
have a
you.
banana that's the first thing I eat every morning is a banana and some black
Okay.
coffee. How about you?
Um, yes and no. It changes like you on days when I'm in the office. When I'm working from home, I usually just get up about 15, 20 minutes before work, wash my face, maybe like get my body moving a little bit so I can have some sort of energy, turn my lamps on. Uh, I'll maybe check my phone real quick, see if anything's crazy happened overnight on social media or in the news. Um, I will pick out. I mean, I work from home most days, so I'm just wearing like gym shit or whatever, hoodies and stuff. Um, I usually like to shower around like 9 or 10 a.m. That's kind of like my reset for the day. If I feel like the first half of my day didn't go as planned, so it's kind of like my insurance policy. And then I'll pick out whatever audiobook or YouTube stuff I want to listen to while I work, and or I'll find an old album or I usually have a song I listen to for the first like 30 minutes of the day, just so I can
Yeah.
kind of get myself in the mode of like working without just scrolling and looking for a song and shit like that. Um, and then on days where I go into the office, get up around 6:30, 6:45. Um, I don't like ironing, so I put my clothes in the dryer, so I can do that while I shower.
Do people
That's
still
very millennial.
iron? I don't iron,
I
man.
don't know. I wasn't sure if that was like millennial coded or not, so I just throw my clothes in the dryer,
Man, I ain't iron no damn
speed
clothes.
wash, speed dryer. Have my Alexa, so I'll play music, get in the shower, get out, get dressed, drink some water real quick, and then I have my backpack. All I need is my badge, throw my headphones and my Kindle and my work laptop and my book bag, and then I speed to work. So that's my morning routine for office days.
Yeah, I try to make every decision that I have to make the night before. That's why
Yeah.
the clothes are picked out, the shoes I'm going to wear are picked out, the watch I'm wearing is picked out, the cologne is picked out. And so all I got to do is wake up, feed the cat,
Hmm.
drink my water, and I'm dressed to go to, I can leave. I can literally just shower and leave out the door.
Hmm.
Office days, I mean, remote days, I'm not getting dressed. No one does that. That's
Right.
fake.
Correct. Ain't no
I don't
getting
care
ready
what
with
they tell
me's.
you. Nobody does that. Nobody gets dressed to work in the room next to them.
No.
And so my first shower on remote days is when I get home from the gym. So,
Mhm.
but Friday night before I go to the bar, it depends. So if I work all day Friday, it's a little
Mhm.
different. But I take a lot of half days Friday for two reasons. One, a half day counts as an office day, so I only have to go in 2 days that week if I take a half day Friday.
Okay. Got
Two,
you.
at my level of tenure, I get a lot of PTO, and I don't. When you work remote, you never have to call in sick. I don't have any
Right.
kids, and I don't really take long vacations. I just take a lot of 3 day or 4 days or 4 dayers. And so I
Mhm.
just have a lot of PTO to burn. So I don't really work a lot of Fridays. But so
Right.
Friday I work out 10:30, get home about 12:30. Uh that's usually when I like allow myself some fast food. So I'll probably get like McDonald's or something. And then 2 o'clock, I nap till 4 o'clock, get up, clean my place until 5:30, play video games until 8:30, and that's when I shower and I'm at the bar by 9:15. And that's literally what I do every Friday. Um, the video game switches, but
Right.
yeah, because if I don't, I need a nap, otherwise I'll be yawning in that bitch at 11 o'clock. And so
I feel you.
um, I work until like 2 o'clock, and then I'll take a nap until 4:30, clean the crib until 6:37, whatever, and then just play video games
Hmm.
until 8:30, 8:30 shower. Seated with a beer and a shot by 9:15. So it's
Nice.
borderline autistic. And I don't mean that borderline.
Right.
um, so I mean I'm not that rigid about it. Like sometimes we go different
Yeah.
places, but if sometimes I go a little
If we're
earlier,
starting at home
sometimes I'll
base,
go,
yeah.
yeah, sometimes I'll go to the spot that's walking distance from my crib. But I usually like to do that on Saturday and just not go all the way out on like I do on Friday. So it just depends.
Right.
But
I feel
um,
you.
yeah, that's it.
Nice.
On Pod Tuesdays, I get home because that's an office day. I get home about
Okay.
3:45, and then I'll just sit down and reset until 4:05 and get ready for the gym. Be there 4:15, work out, home by 6, eat,
Hmm.
fold clothes, 7:30 start prepping for the pod. Um, eight
Got you.
o'clock lights on. So it's all very much like Harold. That's enough of my
That's funny.
routines, man. You want to get into Act Two?
Yeah.
All right.
What did I say? Oh yeah, so Act Two. One of my main
I haven't read the prompt yet.
oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Act two, righting the wrong. Harold tracks down the author, Karen Eiffel, while simultaneously falling for a rebellious baker he's supposed to be auditing. He struggles to balance his growing humanity with the knowledge that his story is ending. What do you want to tell the people?
The only one of my main issues with this movie is that they never really show or explain why Harold is the way he is. And I don't just mean like the bored employee thing. I mean like just he's just so like vanilla, and it's like they never explain like if something happened to him as a child or like you know what I mean. Like they never. I wish they had dived more into what made him what he was, as opposed to just him realizing that his life sucked.
I have it here literally for this segment. We're starting to think alike. I've actually never seen a movie do less with more. This is an incredible premise that just doesn't do anything.
Yes.
It's a 2 hour long day in the life TikTok, and I was like, okay, is something gonna happen? It's
It's
like,
like it's like they realized like the reason behind or the methodology behind the characters in Fight Club, but they
yeah.
didn't try to go any further. And I'm like, you had it right there. You could have, you know what I mean? Um,
Yeah, I mean, like the bulldozer through his apartment, I guess, was something that happened. But even then, that just
yeah.
like just happened. Nothing else goes with it. It's a great premise that
It's a really good premise.
just needed better writers.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
don't know. Like I said, it felt like a 2 hour long day in the life TikTok.
And
Which
I think
I like those 30 seconds at a time.
yeah, me too, me too. I think my thing too is that like he's literally the least every other character in the movie is more interesting than him.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
that's also a problem, which is the point of the movie. I understand that, but I just wish they'd given us a little more reason to um, want him to live. Not that I want him to die, but like you know what I mean. Um, yeah.
I know nothing
Although
about this character, and I spent an hour and 50 minutes with them.
right,
He's just the
exactly.
guy.
Like I know his name's Harold. He wanted to learn to play the guitar, so he did.
He
He
worked
liked
for
the
the
girl.
IRS.
Worked for the IRS. Really good at math. Uh, creature of habit, and that's all we know about Harold. Um, Um, but I did like the scene where he stays after he's doing the auditing at the cookie shop at the bakery, and she's offering him the cookies, and he like fucks it up because he's like, oh no, he's so rigid that he's not willing to understand. He didn't even understand that she was like just genuinely showing a gesture of kindness. Um, and it just got me wondering. So I'm going to ask you now. You may need time to think, so I understand if you do.
What's
What's
up?
your most have you had a most obvious fumble like that, like with a girl where you're like you realize later on like oh my God she like you know what I mean I really fucked that up.
Uh, where I actually I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Um, yes.
yeah.
Uh, yes. I don't know if I can share that story though. It goes back to it's work related, so I can't
Okay,
really get
okay,
into it. But
got you.
yes, I mean
Okay,
everyone has those stories where they're like sitting in like
yeah,
their room and they look at the sky and they go, fuck.
yep,
It might have been 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
yeah.
and it finally hits you that she was throwing it at you and you didn't even catch it. So I
Yeah.
certainly,
And it's funny because like I'm sure there are several times where like women have thought that a guy wasn't interested, and it's like no, he just genuinely had no idea what the fuck was going on.
well, so women are bad at flirting,
That's also true.
and yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, it's easy for us to say that because maybe we're just not picking up, two different
Right.
genders, right? And we communicate in two different ways, and sometimes those wires don't
Correct.
cross the way they should. But certainly. Um, yeah, I can't even tell that story either because uh, yeah, that's bar related. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
say it. Yeah, I mean, certainly it has
Yeah.
happened to me, and certainly I have. Yes, that's about all I
No,
can
yeah, I
say.
feel you. I
Has it ever
got you.
happened to you? You
Yeah.
want to share a story?
I'm trying to think. Let's see here. Oh, actually, yeah, I have one. I was at a bar for the Super Bowl a couple years ago. This is after I'd gotten suspended that one
Yeah,
time, and and I was sitting there, and there was these two girls, and um, they were both cute, whatever. And one of them, they're like kept asking me questions about like the game and stuff. Like, okay, so how's that a fumble or what's a fumble like shit like that and how do they know what's that line mean the yellow line and all that kind of stuff And I remember, I think I was texting you, and I was like, "Yo, this I'm in here trying to watch the game, and this girl won't shut the fuck up." And you were like, I was like, you're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "She asked me all these dumbass questions," and you're like, "What do you like? What kind of questions?" I was telling you what she was asking me, and you were like, "Dude, she's interested in you. No
Yeah,
woman is out to watch Super Bowl that doesn't understand what the line of scrimmage is."
yeah. What's a fumble? Yeah. I actually do have one that's shareable. Now that I think about it. So I was in Minnesota for my dad's 60th birthday party in December,
Yeah.
and we're checking into the hotel, and my sister has a hotel plug, and so
Hmm.
like it's just a dirt cheap plug, and so I had to wait on her to land and get situated and come to the hotel because it's in her name.
Got you.
And I'm just sitting there scrolling my phone, charging my phone, and the front desk lady and I are just talking or whatever, and she's just like, "But what are where are you going tonight?" And I was like, "Well, I'm here for my dad's birthday, but tonight I'm going out with the fellas." And um, she was like, and she's the front desk lady, and she's like, "Oh,
Hmm.
where do you like to go?" And she told me about this place. I think its name was like Plush or something like that. And well,
Okay.
okay, so what happened? Because I had time to kill, and I'm like, "Is there anywhere to drink around here? Like, you have a there's no bar
Got
in
you.
here. Is there a bar around here? I'm on vacation. Fuck it."
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, but around the corner there's this lounge called Plush. I'm just using it as I think that was a name. And that's,
Yeah.
where a lot of she's like, that's where a lot of people our age go, whatever, whatever."
Hmm.
And I'm like, "What time, like where is it?" And she's like, it's a hall, so I couldn't go and
Hmm.
whatever. And then I asked her what to do, and she keeps bringing up this bar. And the next day, so I went out with the fellas, and then that next day, coming downstairs to buy some bottles of water, and she's the front desk lady again,
Hmm.
and she's just dragging. And I'm like, "You all right?" She's like, "Yeah, I went out with the girls last night, and to be honest, because it had snowed in Minnesota." And she was
Okay.
like, I knew." She was like, "I knew we were like, I wanted my employees to be able to get back here, so I got them rooms in the hotel. 'Cause she's a manager, just let them sleep here."
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, she was like, "So I just figured I'd go out." And I was, "Where'd you go?" And she said, "Plush." And I stayed here last night. I was like, "Fuck." So that is
She
a good
she was
one.
literally wingmanning for you and the boys.
No,
No, I'm saying she
I
was interested in you, but I think
correct.
she probably planned to have your
And
boys
I
meet her
didn't catch any
homegirls,
of
and
that shit.
some of your
Uh,
friends get with my friends so we can be friends.
she clearly they had went out because she was looking rough. And it was
Yeah.
like 10 in the morning. It wasn't even no early ass time. And she was like, "Yeah, I slept
Yeah.
here last night. I went to Plush." And then like all that math just hit my head. And I was like, first of all, use your words. You should have said, "Would you like to meet me at
To
Plush tonight?"
yes, yeah. Thank you.
I'd have been like, "Yes." Let me text the group chat right now.
Correct.
Like,
Shit, I mean, even I remember that time we were at the bar, and remember that girl was talking to me, and you and platinum blonde hair girl was like, "Jordan, that girl's like into you. What are you doing?"
sometimes, I mean, listen, what was I supposed to do? Just show up at this place because you said you was gonna be there and like
No, because what if you were wrong and you look like an asshole?
or just a fucking stalker.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Some guy at the hotel that you checked into just popped up because you
Hey, Becky.
uh so yeah, I guess that is one time where I did not see it coming. Do you have anything else
Yeah.
for Act Two?
Um. Yeah. So I actually wanted to ask you, or yeah, do you think this movie, in some way, served as a precursor and social commentary on what we now call the male loneliness epidemic?
No, not really. I mean, it's hard because it feels like a relic because there's no cell phones in it.
Right.
And cell phones like, I don't even think he's like using a laptop in the movie. So like they're still doing audits on
No.
pieces of
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
paper.
He was using
Um,
calculators and shit. Yeah.
and so a lot of the loneliness epidemic is a technology driven phenomenon. So
True.
I wouldn't say that. Like the technology is making it easier for people already inclined to be introverted to further isolate,
Right.
but he
Yeah.
didn't have any of that. And so, and also like had friends. He went to the office and he talked to them. They shared math equations and whatever.
That's
And
true.
he met a girl in the movie. So I don't know. I think that without the technology, it's hard to make a true corollary there.
Hmm.
But I could see how someone would see it that way. But it was shocking in how low tech the movie was and how modern it felt.
Yeah,
Like it didn't feel, well, I mean, maybe we're just old.
true.
Remember that picture? It's like I don't like how old these pictures of 2006 look.
It's like I was there.
Yeah, because what year did this movie come out?
Oh
2006, right?
six? Yeah.
And it looks
Oh
old.
six, yeah.
It like you
True.
notice the things like there's no cell phones, no one's texting, no one's on the internet.
Hmm.
People are using pieces of paper. And I was an adult. I was 18 in 2006.
Yeah.
Ah, man, we're getting old.
Damn. Yeah, that was my freshman year of high school.
We're
Damn, that
getting
makes me feel
old,
old.
man. 20-year-old
Whew.
year-old movies are about our adulthood. It's not.
It's so depressing.
It's not great. My 20-year high school reunion is this year.
Damn.
Yeah.
How do
So
you feel about that? Does it make you feel the way about your life?
the alternative is dying young, so I'll take it. So
Yeah.
no, I mean getting old don't bother me, man. I feel good. Um, I'm in good shape. I'm in a good place. I don't. I'm
Yeah.
good. I don't really have. Obviously, here and there you'd like things to be better, but getting old don't bother me. Things hurt a
Gotcha.
little bit more. I can't, squat and bench press as much as I used. Well, depends on the day. I have to warm up my shoulder a little bit more, but
Yeah. Is it your
nah,
left or right shoulder?
right shoulder,
Oh, it's my
shoulder
left.
impingement, partially torn rotator cuff. Just one of those things that surgery wouldn't be worth it, so it's just constant maintenance. But no, man, I don't mind getting older. Um, I'm smarter, more emotionally mature, and I just make better decisions. So I don't mind it at all. How about you,
I feel
man?
you.
Feeling gray hairs?
Yeah, I've got a few grades coming in.
Yeah.
Um, it's weird because like I don't feel bad about it. I'm aware of it now, so it is a bit of a shock, you know. Um, and I am aware that like I do need to put in more effort to like be healthy and to have a
Yes.
good life and quality of life. And I'm more aware of like me wanting to have a good quality of life, especially like not as I get older, but when I'm old, you know. Like I think about like um, I'm in my early slash mid 30s, but my grandfathers didn't make it past like 65, so like I want to surpass that, and there are things obviously things I can do that's largely in my control outside of getting hit by a bus or something,
Yeah.
or something, a terminal illness, or so I'm more aware of things like that, and that's something that I think about a lot is like making sure now is like, okay, well, say I do want to have a family, it's like, okay, well, I want to make sure I'm able to be there for them, for the long haul, for a long time and stuff like that. Um, Other than that, I mean, I feel pretty good, but again, it's better than the alternative. Um, and uh, it's a natural part of life. It's not
Yeah.
a bad thing. It's just something that people, you know, don't talk about, or people make you feel like you should feel a way about it. But it's like we're supposed to. That's how it's supposed to be. It's sort of like people, grieve their parents when they lose them, obviously, as they should. But somebody said something, heard someone say once, it's better to grieve them than to have them grieve you, and they would rather
Yeah.
you grieve them than them grieve you. So I think about it like that. It's better to get old, or get older and stress about a few gray hairs, or maybe not be as in shape, or maybe not run as fast as I used to, as opposed to being in a box. So
That's true.
um
Um,
so compared to that, we're all doing great.
it's
um
you said like you want to get older and too many of us die young. I just like I get that and that's real and there are definitely like health issues, but anytime you see like they'll put up like the list of black celebrities that died before age
yeah.
55 or 60 or whatever, and it's like they be putting in people who died of overdoses and like DMX and Michael K. Williams, and I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm sorry, but if you take up a heroin addiction, that's going to lower your life expectancy. That has nothing to like,
That's
I didn't know
insane.
if you can't just put that in there with the guy who like had a
No,
heart
yeah, you're
attack.
right. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's real shit.
I don't know if you I didn't
It,
know if you, anyone needs to know this, but if you take up
yeah, it
hardcore
wasn't.
drugs, you're probably not going to live to see your grandchildren. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, that's real shit. Um, Again, addiction is a disease, but yes, that is true. Like, if it's something not addiction, but if you can control the things that go in your body outside of an addiction, then you have a better, obviously better shot. And also just eating healthier is important too. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandfather, he had both my grandfathers, I think, had diabetes. They had to get amputations done and stuff like that, So watching them, perish was not a fun or easy process at all. So I really think about that a lot, and I want to make sure that I don't uh suffer the same pitfalls.
You definitely, I mean, you definitely want to take care of yourself and make better decisions in the aggregate. And, those things
Yeah.
all contribute to a long life expectancy. But who was the dude from The Wire who passed the
Uh
bald-headed guy, Detective Daniels, Lieutenant Daniels?
Fuck.
Whatever point, like you'll see these lists and they'll like put Michael K. Williams, like all the actors that died from The Wire, and it's like, okay, like Michael K. Williams had a fentanyl overdose.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like R.I.P. and all, but like he had to have
Yeah,
known that that's gonna like I
right.
hate to break it to you, but if you're a regular user of fentanyl, you're probably not gonna be around very long.
Yeah, it sucks because it's the same thing with Matthew Perry, who's played Chandler in Friends.
Yeah,
He wrote an amazing book about just like his life and about the struggle with addiction, and like it sucks because like the ending is so eerie because the ending is actually really really hopeful and really really happy.
yeah.
But he died like 2 years after the book came out, so it's like he thought he was kind of out of the woods, and then he couldn't make it out. And but I remember that I saw a quote where Jennifer Aniston said like, I mean obviously they're still grieving, and that's a heartbreak you'll live with forever, but she said we basically had grieved him while he was alive because we pretty much knew that he wasn't gonna have you know the full capacity
He
of
wasn't
life
long
that.
for this world. He's a junkie.
Yeah,
Like,
yes, unfortunately, yeah,
like
because
that's just
he was doing ketamine before he passed.
yeah.
um
RIP though. Act
yeah.
three, the final draft. Harold meets his creator and reads the masterpiece she has written for him. Facing a choice between his own survival and the completion of a perfect work of art, he prepares for his fate. Didn't really have anything for Act three, man. What'd you got? I got one question, but I don't want to lead with that.
Okay.
So
Okay. So I have one question also. I will say I did from a storytelling perspective, it was really cool to see like the turmoil and misery of being a writer that and all the things that writers go through. They say it's like the loneliest process, the loneliest of all the creative endeavors. And this movie does a great job of illustrating that because she's basically just tweaking the fuck out for 2 hours. Um, and trying to figure out the best way to give a character the send off that they deserve, and it makes you think of like J.K. Rowling is, phenomenal writer, and she talked about like the ending of Harry Potter. She was like, I was gonna kill I was gonna kill Ron, but I just couldn't get myself to do it, so I had to kill Fred, George, whichever one I do, my bad. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I had to kill Lupin, it sucked, and Snape dying was hard, but he had to go, and you know what I mean, and deciding to kill which characters and stuff like that, and just the anguish of us telling a story that you really care about and have gotten attached to over years and years. So this movie did do a great job of showing that. I like that process, and that storytelling aspect.
that's often, I mean, that's why a lot of endings suck, is because the writer can't let go of characters who very clearly have written themselves and like you've written it so they should die here, and then they just like
Yeah,
get plot
and they
armor,
don't.
and it's just like, all
Right.
right, this is pointless. Um, the most egregious example being Homeland season one. I guess I won't spoil it for the audience, but
Okay.
that's you could just tell the writer wanted to do one thing and just got overruled.
hmm
Would you want to know your death date?
Um. So only if it was coming up soon. Like if it was a long time away, I wouldn't want to know. But if it was in like the next like 2 years or some shit, I would want to know. Um, like if it's in like 6 weeks, I'd be like, yeah, please tell me. You know, knock on wood. Um, but in general, I don't think I'd want to know. I just would be counting down every second.
Fair enough. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. More information is better. You make better decisions with more information, so I'd want to know.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I would make different decisions regarding like how much I'm going to save for retirement if I knew I wasn't going to live to see 50. Like,
Right.
fuck it. We're going to travel now,
I'd go and
like,
cash out that 401k.
yeah, like, like you never, more information is always going to lead to, more informed decisions. So I would want to know for sure. What else
Yeah.
you got for Act Three?
That actually reminds me of something I just saw the other day on the internet. And this guy was like, yo, if I were to ever like get life in jail, um, they had me fucked up because they gonna find me with a noose the
Yeah.
first day.
Um, dude, yeah, man. Those fucking like they'll be like two like
I'd be
you look
dead
at
before they took me to the jail, bro.
yeah, for sure. For sure. It doesn't look great in there. It looks awful. But the human mind though, man, the human brain can adapt to pretty much to a lot of things. And so
Yeah,
and the will to live is strong. So
it is.
you'd be surprised. But two men sharing a room the size of a closet for eternity. I'm good, bro. Uh
Take me down, Lord.
yeah. We're running long, man. What else you got for Act Three?
Okay, so I wanted to ask you, if you were an author in her situation, would you change the ending for the person?
No. Gotta stay true to the art. Well, I guess that means I'd literally be killing him. So no, I would change the ending, I guess. Yes. In this world where that's possible, I would write the implausible ending where he gets to break his leg, save the kid, and get the girl. Why not? Everyone gets to be happy. Sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
Um, in real life, if there was like if I knew I was killing someone, I'd change the ending. Um, I think if I didn't know and if I just was writing the story and I had the perfect ending, but I also had this really cool option that was heartwarming as well, I think I'd go with the bad ending or the murderous ending.
Okay, that makes sense. A rather a bit morbid of you. So, um, anything else for
Only
Act
again,
Three?
if I don't know that there's a person out there, like you know what I'm saying? That's
Okay, oh, yeah, I didn't hear that right. Okay, so that does make sense. And the same answer as me, right? Like if you know the person, you
yeah,
you you shoot him some bail, and if you didn't know the
yeah.
person,
You got to go with you got to start the story.
almost, I mean, the vast majority of shows, TV shows, movies, books that jump the shark are because someone survived when they just shouldn't have.
They shouldn't have.
And for whatever reason, the author, writer, whatever. I mean, that was the problem with Endgame. What made
Yeah.
Infinity War great was that there were actual consequences. And
Hmm.
I would argue that was the moment the MCU jumped the shark because now I know nothing matters. you know,
Right.
there's no nothing. There are no stakes. Nothing. Like the guys are all. Even when they die, they don't die. They come back.
Yeah,
It's
the multiverse kind of killed everything.
like this is. There's no stakes to any of this. Why am I? Why do I care?
Yeah, if everything's possible, nothing
Right.
exists basically.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to be willing to kill your characters because you need your reader to feel things.
Feel
There needs to
something.
be
Yeah.
consequences, and you can't just have them constantly getting out of things that aren't are impossible to get out of. So,
Correct.
anything else for Act Three?
Um, no, but whenever I see Maggie Gyllenhaal's name, I always think of that viral tweet about the Dark Knight.
Yeah, we was like, yeah, just take
Set the
her.
block on fire. I don't care.
People are a little hard on her because she didn't
They
have plastic
are.
surgery. She aged
Right.
like a
Yeah.
normal.
She looks like a human being.
Yeah. What they say that the best plastic surgery is the ones you don't notice.
Yeah.
Almost all the people in Hollywood who you think haven't aged are seeing Dr.
Right.
Miami. What do you rate it, man?
Um, I'm gonna give this movie 3 stars. I think it was a really good premise. I think the acting was good. They just didn't give Harold enough oomph, enough personality. Um, and the first act kind of dragged for me.
2 stars for me. Just didn't it just kind of was there. All right. Thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan B. Writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. We're back next week reviewing F1.
All right,
Y'all take it
y'all.
easy.